Okay, YouTube, this is officially feeding time for my dragon, my Beardy, my Flame, aka Pac-Man, because he eat it all, and you're going to see why in just a few minutes. But I do have him some wax worms. I normally give him up to 6 wax worms per day because he's juvenile. He's at 5 months old. And I actually got his dubia roaches right here when I'm actually trying to build him a colony with the male and female with a couple of babies. So I'll be having a video out up on that with tips and tricks up on that on how to build a colony, especially if you have a bearded dragon or any type of insectivore will actually need those type of things for proteins. And you know, dubia roaches have great proteins up in one of the top insects you can actually feed. But I want you all to see my baby in action. If I can adjust the camera, so excuse me for 1 second. Let you see my baby in action when he really looks forward to his actual buds. Let me see if I can focus the camera up on him good. But honey, he loves his buds, his dubia roaches especially. I believe he could eat all hundreds of these if I would allow him to. Now I'm just going through the process. I'm taking tongues. Some people use their hands, to each his own, and actually putting them up in his actual little container and just let him see if he can actually look for it, if he can eat it. It's good exercise for him as well. You see he got one chomp down, which is my Flame, aka Pac-Man. And I'm guessing he don't see the other one, so we're going to go ahead and grab another one out of here. Let me get one of these big fat ones. One of the daddies.com because it has wings. And let's see how fast he eat that baby up. And I don't even know if you actually see it yet. But here's my boy in action. He's actually just staring and looking at it right now, but this is one of his main bugs he loves to eat. He loves his dubia roaches. He actually loves his pinky. I give it to him as a treat. But that's the daddy he actually eating. He's putting it down because I had to get rid of that one because like that one was on the last leg anyway. But that's him with his dubia roaches. Like I said, normally I feed him 3 times a day because he is juvenile. So what I'm going to do is put the lid back up on this colony and give him a couple of more worms. Wax worms, I'm going to start him off with 3. Like I said, I feed him 3 times a day. As you can see, he's still working on this big guy, so that might pretty much fill him up for the day, but I will be putting his worm in there as well. And see how much he eat, but he just took his bath, so he's feeling good. Had a nice bath time. But he's not playing no type of games. As you can see, the dubia roaches have a great content, the calcium as well as the water content and protein for them. And he's loving every moment of it. But from time to time, just because he's shedding a lot, I tuck him in this container and put him in here to feed him. But sometimes I actually feed him in his actual enclosure with the tongs, but he can get the action. I'm going to see if I can get him to eat one of the worms, because after eating that big guy, he probably don't even have the appetite for the worm right now. Because he had one earlier, so. And I normally dust these every other day with the calcium as well. Let me show you what the calcium look like, what I dusted with. Because I dusted yesterday with calcium. I didn't do it today. But that's Reptile calcium that I dust over top of him before I actually feed it to him. And I'm actually getting me a salt and pepper shaker, which is another hack. That when I sprinkle, I don't have to worry about the stuff going everywhere. I'm going to put in like a little salt shaker like this and just sprinkle the calcium on top. But that's another trick or hack that you can use. But this is my baby Flame at eating time, as well as showing you all his new enclosure with his new little floor layout. But thank you all for tuning in. Continue to have a happy safe 4th of July. I apologize. I'm just so excited. Got a lot going on. But happy 4th of July weekend. Stay safe in quarantine. This is Karen, a.k.a. Mrs. Exquisite. Thank you for tuning in to my Animal Lover channel. Bye-bye for now.